Hello, good morning. Welcome to another exciting series of Monday for Men. I believe God has been faithful to you. If you're a man watching me from any part of the world, I just wanted to send me a message, your location and your nation, and I'll be glad to connect with you and to interact with you. Also, that you can send in your questions regarding men, if you're in your 70s, 80s, 20s, or 30s, and I'll try to provide solutions for you. After some few broadcasts like this, we're going to take time of questions and dealing with issues. And as the time goes on, we'll be able to get some guests to also speak to men heart to heart, one on one. And I believe good things will happen for us. We're going to continue from last week, Monday. We're looking on the leadership series. So these are leadership series part 2. And last week we talked about personal leadership. We said personal leadership is the leadership which is the foundation of all leadership. That if you don't know how to lead yourself, you'll not be able to lead others. And we gave you some few guidelines. If you've not watched that video, please watch that video, and I know you'll be able to glean some few things you can run with. Today we are going to be looking on still leadership, on how to lead few people. When I mean few people, within 2 to 10 or 2 to 12, just few people. So if you're a married man watching me, how to lead your spouse and your kids and people staying with you. If you're an entrepreneur, how to lead your cluster of team of members and associates. And if you are a student, if you are a student and you're in the leadership body, or you're the head of the class like the class captain, or you're in your colleague, you have an organization, you're the one leading them. But just leadership to lead some few people is very, very important. When you're going to lead few people, there are some key things you need to put in place. Leading people as a man, it's not an easy thing. Remember, as a man, you have been ordained by divinity to lead people. You have been ordained. Leadership is in your DNA, is in your chromosome, is in your bloodline on how to lead. So if you have finished leading yourself, you have to learn on how to lead few people, because leading few people is important. Most of the challenges today we have in our political world globally, we have in our policymakers, is because we appoint people that has the cash, or we are appointing people that are able to manipulate their way into offices, but they don't know how to lead people. And leading people starts with leading yourself, and you move to the next stage about leading few people. It's very, very important. If you're a single person about to get married soon, or you've just gotten married, it's important for you to learn this teaching of today. Leading few people. Leading few people is always the key of leading a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people that are struggling to lead a bunch of people, but they've not passed the test of leading few people. I'm just going to drop some few nuggets to you today on how to lead few people. Number one thing to do to lead few people is that you have to first show care unto the few people you are leading. A wise man said, nobody wants to know how much you know until they are first known how much you care. You have to first and foremost show care to the few people. Show them care. Leadership is like a care department. You have to first show the few people care that you have set out to lead. You have to show them care. Care is key. Care is a key word I'm going to stress on next week, Monday, but let me just touch it a bit. Care is important. What do I mean care? Ask how you can help them. No, leadership we think is just about influencing people to achieve goals. But listen to me, until you give people your heart, you can't ask them for their hands. So you have to first show care. Ask them of their needs, of how you can help them. Ask about their welfare. The ones that are married, ask them about their wives, their spouses, their kids. Those that are entrepreneur, ask them about their businesses, the challenges they are facing. Those that are into faith, ask them about their faith. Ask them of how this global lockdown have affected their family, affected their decisions they are making. Just ask them some few things. Show care unto them. Care is very, very important. When care is missing, you can't lead few people. It's very, very important. Care is a key word. Care is a password. Show care. Ask them about their well-being. Look for little things you can help them with. Are they jobless? Try to get them a job. Are they going through tough time? Speaks word of them. They are going through time. They've not been able to feed for some days. You may not be able to feed them for a month. If it's a day or two or just a meal, give them a meal, get them a meal, but show care, show an act of kindness. Kindness is very, very important. Be like a father unto the few people you are leading. They may be older than you, they may be more experienced than you. You may even be a single leader, and the few people you are leading, the most of them are married. Show care. Let them see care proceeding out of you. When you go to their homes, you see their kids, interact with their kids. If you're going to their homes, make sure you don't go empty and then go with some candies, some biscuit, but go with something. So let them see that you're a leader that has care. That's the first thing you have to throw out. That's the first seed you need to show. If you're going to lead few people, you have to show care. Care is very, very important. Care today is missing. People feel the moment they have the title of leadership, they have to force it down the throat of the people. They have to become a dictator, or they have to apply dictatorship. No, the first thing you throw out is care, love, kindness, compassion about the needs of the few people you are leading. Ask them of their fears, ask them of their challenges, ask them of their doubt. Try to be a doctor even if you are not. Try to be a psychologist even if you are not. Try to be a counselor. It's very, very important. And after you have done that, you now move to the next stage, is that you ask for little commitment. In leading few people, you ask for little commitment. Maybe ask for their time. Ask them for something little. Make sure something is little. You know the goal you want to achieve as a leader, because one of the things about leadership is that you must always have a goal and target. So ask for few commitments, very little commitments. If they are working for you and their closing time is 5 o'clock and you have not met the target for the day, just ask them to stay an extra 15 minutes or an extra 10 minutes. It's just something very, very few, little of their time. Ask them to go the extra man, just little. Is very, very important. Another thing you can do, which is point 3, is that listen to them constantly. Now, when you're leading few people, it's like running a family leadership. Listening to them constantly. You must learn to listen. It's very, very important. As a man, you must learn to listen. You must learn to listen. Leadership that doesn't listen doesn't go far. You must learn to listen. Even if you are angry with them, listen to them. Even if you're in doubt of them, listen to them. Listen constantly. The few people you are leading, the moment they know you listen, it builds confidence. They say no matter what we have done or we are doing, once we approach him, he will listen to us. Are you a father? Listen to your spouse. Listen to your kids. And even if you are in your little neighborhood or community, they appointed you the chairman, the coordinator, listen to them. All opinions will not be equal. Some suggestions will be stupid, some will be crazy, some will be out of point, but just listen. Take down notes as they speak. Is very, very important. And point number 3 as a round up today is that you learn from them. The few people you are leading, learn from them. There's a popular parable or adage that says that 2 heads are better than 1, and I added something extra to it. 3 heads are better than 2. So if you are leading a few people, learn from them. Yes, you may be their leader, but you don't have all the answers, you don't have all the suggestions, you don't have all the know-how. Listen to them and it shall be well. My name remains Victor Bozimo, and we'll hook up again next week, Monday, for Mondays for Men. Have a wonderful time. Bye for now.